Hello, family. This is Dr. L, the Parent Whisperer, and welcome to another episode of Role Model Maker Experts Interview. Today, I have a very special guest with me, Ms. Val Shah. I was watching her, and I've been privileged to actually see her perform on stages before, and she is amazing. You know that in Role Model Maker, we do a lot of things that are brain-based. And when I saw what she does, I realized that she is actually right on the point and right on the dot when it comes to activities that target the brain and makes the brain a healthier brain. So I'll let her talk all about it. Val, welcome to the show, and
Thank you.
tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Well, a little bit about me. Well, again, my name is Val Shah, and so happy to be here. And I have been drumming, so cardio drumming on fitness balls for 14 years. And it's funny how I stumbled upon this 14 years ago, but I think what really drew me to it, and I knew that this is what I had to explore and bring into my world, is I grew up on a farm, and so I played. That's all I did as a kid. I played and played and played. And I think as I got older, I got a job, more responsibilities. And then I started to feel the stress and the anxiety about what should I be doing? And I think sometimes we lose that inner child and we lose that playfulness. And so when I stumbled upon this drumming idea on a ball, it was just, I knew I had to do this. And I thought, I was with a friend and we said, kids would love this. So we came home and we tried it out, made up stuff. And oh my goodness, they loved it. And so the word spread, and all of a sudden we were traveling across the country and developing an entire program around it. But really my playground. It wasn't a job, it was my playground. And then what happened is I lost my playground to a nasty business divorce from someone new that I brought in, and things happen and it was tough. And so as I was really down and out, I came back to my drumming, and I started to really get still and calm and bring in meditation into my life. I have a Pilates and fitness background too. So I started to really do more of the deep breathing. And as I started to bring that back into my life, that's where drum was created again. From that is drum and Om, bringing energy and the calm together. But in my experience in drumming with families 2 to 96-year-olds across North America, just seeing how people light up, and as soon as they get drumsticks in their hands, or they get the music comes on and the rhythm, I think it just draws people in. And when you talk about the brain, we used to develop, I still do, but workshops about how we need to move to think, and how our brain actually changes when we bring in music and rhythm and beats and crossing those hands, and all of the right left hemispheres, and what's going on about decreasing cortisol levels. There's so much stuff. I mean, it's huge, right? As you know, the topic is huge, but to see that happening in people, you know what was great about it? They didn't realize they were working their brains. So it was just fun. And, knowing that they were getting so much more out of it than exercise. I don't know. For me, it's just, I'm so passionate about bringing that joy and playfulness with the benefits of the brain exercises and the body exercises, and just bringing everything together. So that's maybe a long-winded answer to your question.
Oh, that was awesome. Actually, that kind of, again, was right on the mark. When it comes to a healthy brain, healthy brains feel good. Healthy brains have fun. So if you're not having fun, we need to make sure we take care of your brain. That's what it comes down to. And movement
Absolutely. And as
is
you
a
know,
huge part.
yes. And when you're having fun, you're in the moment. And when you're in the moment, you can't be in fight and flight. You can't be in those stressed, worry, anxious states. So really, if you can have fun doing something that's working your body, your brain, so many things at once, I think, wow, what a great combination. Worked
Exactly.
for me.
Exactly. And when you bring in music and rhythm into it, now you're coordinating different parts of your brain, which is absolutely essential if you want to have coordinated thoughts and coordinated focus and action
Absolutely.
in your life. So definitely,
Absolutely.
you don't necessarily think about it that exercise could have such profound effects, but really your life can become more cohesive just simply by doing rhythm and movement.
It absolutely can. And like anything, and that's why I've called it the drone practice. Like anything, it takes practice. Building a muscle, it takes work and it takes repetition and, rhythm. If you can't get it the first time, well, I did it for years and now I finally got certain things, but it's fun though to try.
Exactly. So, Val, what are 3 challenges that people typically face when it comes to exercising, when they come to see you? What are their challenges typically?
One thing that I realize is a challenge, because I'm hearing the other side of it, is people will leave saying, oh my goodness, I hate exercise, but I loved this. And I think it really appeals to any age or any ability. People who just feel like they're uncoordinated or self-conscious or not sure about going to a gym, or think that they have to run a marathon or do something extreme to get fit. And it's so not true. And so that is one block I would say that a lot of people have. And and being able to do something like this, I think makes them feel successful and makes them feel good and joyful. So that would be one thing. I think what else happens, and what I talk to a lot, is stress and overwhelm, and living in the society that we do, when we're overscheduled and running in a million directions and not sure how to stop and get off the hamster wheel. So if they can come and try something like this and even realize that, wow, this made me feel so good right here, and the more they can do that, it becomes part of their daily routine or daily life. But stress and overwhelm definitely is something that people struggle with, I think. And I think the other one, big one, that I have seen and even implemented in my own life and know from a child, is bringing more play and fun into our lives and being more present. I think as adults, we are so missing that. So to be able to bring that back is huge. And to recognize that in our kids, that they need to play and have fun and just be kids. So allowing them that expression to just move and be loud and, bang on something. It's, woo, see, I get emotional.
That's awesome.
I believe it so deeply, but I've seen it.
Right. Well, have you ever seen, if you try to take the fun away from a kid, what happens?
Yeah. Well, what happened to me as I grew up, I think a lot of us, right? It's like, where did my child go? Why am I feeling like this? Well, we can get it back.
Yeah, yeah. The breaking the habits, doing things just for the sake of trying it out and learning in the process, growing and becoming a better person. And in the process, as you said, making sure that we have fun. Not only is it essential for living a full life, but it also is a healthy thing to do. People who do the same routine day in and day out, as they get older, they start forming problems like dementia and Alzheimer's. They're much more likely to have that. You do have to break cycles and kind of get your brain to think. And no place is it more easy and more fun to do than when it comes to movement and music. So definitely. So what kind of tips can you give our audience for overcoming some of these challenges that are so common? It happens so often.
Oh, you know what? The big one for me that I preach all the time is make it fun. Find something that you do or something to do that you enjoy. Whether it's this, whether it's walking, whether it's skipping, whether it's flying, whatever it is, if you enjoy it, you're more apt to do it. And so find something that you enjoy. And sometimes as adults, we forget what we enjoy. What do we even like anymore? And so I've done lots of stuff in exploring that side of it even. But if you can find something, try some new things out. Just try. You'd be amazed at maybe what comes up and what shows up for you. And the other thing would be baby steps. We think that we need to get to the top of the mountain in one giant leap, and then it's too much. It's too much for our brains to handle. It's overwhelming, and then we just stay right where we are. So I say baby steps. Try it. Start with 10 minutes, or anything. Walk around your house, or just set small goals. Don't make it. Don't set yourself up for. I don't want to say failure. I hate that word, but don't set yourself up for too much.
Small wins. Small
wins. Absolutely. Exactly. Let's celebrate them all.
Exactly. If you can start every day with something that you know you're going to succeed in,
Yes.
then that's going to build your confidence. That's going to increase your fun level for the day and
Absolutely. And you know
enthusiasm.
what? Can I add one more thing? When you
Yeah.
mentioned that, it just reminded me is surround and surround yourself with people who are positive, who lift you up, who inspire you. I do that all the time. I have so many amazing people around me, but I watch certain people. I mean, Oprah's a big fan of mine. So, but just being inspired by other people who are kind of how you want to be or how you want to live your life, that for me, huge. I won't get into all of the backstories, but I've learned my lessons the hard way, but it's so critical.
And I'm going to piggyback on what you just said. There is this neurologic concept we use in therapy that when there's a part of your brain that is not firing up enough or is not active enough, a lot of times what we used to do is fire up the adjacent areas. And through association and proximity, because they were right next to that area, eventually that area became more active. It's the
Uh,
same concept that you
yeah.
kind of rise up to the occasion when you have positive people around you, when you
Yes.
surround yourself with positive people.
Yes. Boy, does it work.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Definitely. Definitely.
Yeah.
Very good point. Awesome. Um, what else? So how do people find out more about you and what you do, and how can they seek you out?
Well, I do have a website. It's Drome Practice. I don't think you see Drome back there, but Drome is DROM practice.com. They can go there. I'm just starting this coming Monday, which will be July 20th, a Drome at Home program so that we can do this together at home.
Awesome.
Getting people, families, again, any age or ability, let's just get moving and have fun. So that I'm starting this Monday. So I'm always welcoming new people. Do have a promotion until Monday for the monthly rate, but it's dromeathome.com. And on Facebook and Instagram, I'm Drome Practice. You can find me, or Val Shah, but I'm out there. I'm just, you know what I do? I put it out to the people that need this and want to be here, and I know that they will show up and they will come. So, like meeting you, it was you just appeared.
Awesome. Well, I'll make sure I'll put all of those links in the description below for our audience to go and check it out and hopefully get more involved. I know that this video is coming out in the post-COVID days, so one of the big concerns that I personally have is that now we're even more limited as far as movement and activities and integration of different sensory inputs into our brains, especially for kids. The distance learning and the online learning that they're doing, it's no match for real world learning. So this movement needs to be there. And if this is one of the ways that you can get it in there, I definitely recommend.
You know what I should also mention is I do have a YouTube channel. I was forgetting to
Ah,
mention. And I do have little videos on there that you can try it out. So on those ones, I'm just drumming on a desk or on a pillow, different things. And normally I have my drumsticks here. So if I can, I use drumsticks. But at home, we'll be using wooden spoons with a pillow on a chair. And we're going to
perfect.
get people moving that way. So
Perfect. So I'll put the link for the YouTube channel as well, so you guys can subscribe to Val's
yeah, and
channel
check
as
out some
well.
videos and try it out. See what you
Awesome.
think.
There you
Yeah.
go. That's it. Awesome. Cool. Well, Val, thank you so much. Any final words for our audiences? Anything else? You are an abundance of energy and positivity. I've seen you do the stuff, and it is so right on when it comes to working properly. Because there's one thing that I see as a clinical neuroscientist is that neuroscience gets coined and mentioned a lot. And a lot of times there's not enough science behind it. But what Val does is truly, truly at the heart of how our brain develops, gets coordinated, and gets connected with our body. And ultimately, that is how you get to manifest in the world your message and what you want in the world. So it is very, very important, and she's right on it. So I can't endorse it enough. So
Oh,
thank
thank you. And I would just have to say, just have fun. Like be in the moment, be present, and enjoy your life. I mean, it really is. There's so many things to be grateful for. So I'm grateful for you, and I'm grateful to be here. And I hope I get to drum with you
you.
soon. I think I will. I think you're
Yes,
drumming with me on Monday. So
yes, the
I'm
kids are
excited.
coming too. So
Yay,
definitely.
I'm excited.
Awesome. Well, thanks, audience. Make sure that you check her out. Thanks, Val, for being here and giving us
you.
your time. And we look forward to seeing you guys in the future episodes. Cheers.
Thank you.